Good day. This is Grant Woronuk. I'm the lead research scientist at Quantum Genetix, a Canadian company that looks at genomics in food production, in animal agriculture. We're starting a series of vlogs that are going to examine genetics, genomics, and the nature of food production, just to give people a better understanding of how these systems work together to improve our food system. So one of our mottos here at Quantum is Genomics Simplified. And I think it would be appropriate for this first inaugural vlog to, break down or simplify the first word in that motto, genomics. What is genomics? Genomics, I think people are generally comfortable with the term gene. So genes are stretches of DNA and sometimes RNA that are responsible for protein production. And so genetics is the study of those genes. They're genes that they are the proteins that the genes code for, and various questions and concepts around heredity. So that's genetics. What is genomics? How do they relate to one another, and how are they different? So they are related indeed. I mean, the gene in genetics is the same gene or gen prefix in genomics. It comes from an ancient Greek word that is derived from an ancient Greek word meaning offspring or procreation. So, but it's the suffix of genomics, again, also has a Greek origin, meaning to completion or to wholeness. So genomics is looking at large sections of DNA, large concepts around DNA, large DNA data sets. And so genomics generally looks at, makes use of technology such as DNA sequencing, genome sequencing. It uses computer programs termed bioinformatics tools. These are computer programs are specifically designed for assessing large DNA data sets. And also genomics uses molecular biology to look at stretches of DNA that are outside of these genetic coding regions. So those are the approaches that one uses for genomics, and genomics approaches tends to answer really big, different kinds of questions than genetics does. So I would perhaps an example that illustrates this is you can ask yourself, okay, so how come some people's hair grows faster than other people's hair? And perhaps after a genetics approach, you would see that both of these two systems have the same genes involved, yet the hair on some people is growing faster than another person relatively. One could take a genomics approach to try to assess, to understand the nature of those systems. So a genomics approach would be, you would look at, perhaps you'd compare, you'd line up the two genomes and see where they overlap and where they're different, and then try to assess what is the nature of those DNA data sets that are different between the two, that are likely responsible for these phenotypic or observable differences between these two systems. That's genomics. That's a genomics approach. So you can see that genetics, plays a part in genomics, but genomics it takes a broader concept or a broader approach to genetics itself. And it's such a powerful approach. Scientists have used now omics approaches to understanding biological systems in many other ways. Like there's proteomics, where you look at the entire proteins in a particular biological system, or lipidomics, where you look at all the fats in a particular system. Genomics is an incredibly powerful tool for assessing animal production, food production, crop production. Here at Quantum, we use genomics approaches for many different aspects, looking at animal metabolism, the nature of disease, We take genomics approaches to understand antimicrobial resistance in many other ways. So let's keep it brief. Let's cut it there. Thank you very much for tuning in. Come back to this channel for vlogs in the future where we're going to discuss even more areas around animal production and food production and crop production. Thank you.